Hello everyone, and welcome back to Dance Mommy Vlog and our special vlogs about Disney dining. We had a fantastic day today, and my co-host, as always, well, at least for this trip, is Charlie.
Hi, how are you? We'll try not to be as long-winded as the last one. We were a little delirious last night. Not that we're not tired tonight, but...
a little delirious.
Yeah.
Josie is once again out.
Knocked out.
Yes.
She met Mickey earlier. She lost her mind.
Yes.
So it was awesome.
Yes. Well, we will get into that. But today was Epcot Day, and so we had 3 great meals we want to tell you about, and we'll just go ahead and start. Just go ahead and get into it.
Mm-hmm.
We had a pre-rope drop breakfast at... there's always been a debate as to how to pronounce it. Sometimes some people say it's Akershus or Akershus. Either way, it's in Norway.
I'm from North Carolina, so I say Akershus.
I'm from North Carolina too, and I can assure you I never
Akershus.
I never called it that. No.
Well, I'm
live there.
from Rowan County. You're from Gaston County, so that's the difference.
True.
Okay.
Fair enough. Akershus Royal Banquet Hall, and it is in the Norway Pavilion of World Showcase in Epcot. It is it's kind of, part of it is a buffet. The buffet part has like Norwegian specialties.
Or traditional.
Traditional Norse food, Norwegian food,
like smoked salmon and and peppered. It was peppered salmon too, wasn't it?
Peppered mackerel.
Peppered mackerel. Yeah.
And I'll get into what I put on my plate. And then they also bring you like an all you care to eat, like family style of like the potato casserole. I was going to say green beans. Scrambled eggs, kind of like my brain right now, scrambled. Bacon and sausage links. But you start out with the buffet with the traditional food. What I got on my plate. You got a little bit of everything, I think, because you had some more. I didn't have any pastries on mine except for
fruit.
Yeah, I didn't really have any pastries except for like a croissant. But I got the smoked salmon. It was fantastic. It was very tender, very melt in your mouth, and the texture was great. The pepper mackerel was really good. It had a really good flavor to it. The pepper wasn't too overwhelming. It was really, it was very good. And the seafood salad, that was so flipping good.
Had a little tang to it.
Yeah, but not too much.
Not too much, just enough to tease you a little bit.
It was
good.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Oh, it was so good.
That was probably to me the best thing on the buffet.
I agree, that and then the smoked salmon behind that, and the potato casserole was as good as I remembered. Very nice, rich, creamy texture with the cheese. Yes. Oh.
Cheese.
Oh, it was so good.
Cheese does make it better.
And if cheese doesn't do it, bacon will do it. Yes,
bacon.
Which was on the all you care to eat. And Josie shared off of our plates. Now, Akershus, whichever one you prefer, or his way of saying it, is a character dining experience, particularly with princesses. I had been hearing for a long time that Belle was the first one that you would encounter, and you would have your picture taken with her out in the front of the restaurant. But this morning it was kind of a surprise because it was Ariel who greeted us.
And she had her shoes.
She did have her shoes.
As Josie pointed out.
Josie did point out that that was the Cinderella. Oh no, she did say
Josie
shoes.
pointed
That's
out
right.
that she had her shoes, and Ariel said, "I have mine too."
She didn't have her fins.
Yes.
That's right. And of course, her and I had to talk about being redheads. So it was a great bonding moment. And of course, and I've explained in my other videos that I had that I made the book, the autograph book, and this came in handy with that. But I had really good interaction with Ariel, and then after that, after we were eating for a little while, the other three princesses came out. The first one was Princess Aurora, Sleeping Beauty. She was really good.
I couldn't get over how well Josie knew who all of them were.
I know, because
we've exposed her, but not that much.
No, I think Aurora was the one we had exposed her to the most, that she interacted with. Well, Ariel too, because she does like Little Mermaid, but
she was into Cinderella.
Yes,
and Snow
Cinderella
White
was
big time.
yeah, and I was getting to that. Cinderella was next, and it was Rinarella.
Yeah.
She looked at Cinderella and said, "Shoes, I got shoes," which was perfect, because we know about Cinderella has a habit of losing her shoes.
Well, she had lost her shoe.
Exactly.
And it fell off on the floor.
That's right. Josie had lost her shoe, and well, we know Cindy knows how that feels, right?
Yeah.
But had a really great interaction with her, and then right behind that was Snow White. And that one was because I think she's only watched Snow White maybe once, and she was
Snow White.
She was young when she watched Snow White. But she was Snow White
all about it.
She was all about it. And then they did a little processional, and it was fantastic. The princess processional, and I walked around there with her, so she wasn't walking alone, and it made our morning. It made an early morning so worth it. Wouldn't you agree?
Oh, there's no doubt.
As
I
far
didn't think it could get much better after that, and then
we'll
get to later.
We're going to get to that. But overall, what was your take on Akershus?
The seafood salad, absolutely. The thing that I really liked was they had a lot of fresh fruit. They had blackberries, they had strawberries, they had some bananas. All of it was very fresh and had good flavor.
Yes, Josie was not showing those bananas.
All about the bananas. But they had a lot of fruit, and the pastries were really good.
And you were talking about the soft bagels.
Yeah, you know how bagels can get really hard if they're sitting out too long, or sometimes if they're baked too long. These bagels, they were small. They weren't full size. They were just small, and they had little like butter balls that you could like stick in the middle and then spread across the top. Mm-hmm. They were very moist and very soft, and that's not something I'm used to with bagels. It was actually a surprise to me, and it was really good. I enjoyed the bagels. Yes.
And we have to give a shout out to our very sweet waitress, Henrietta, but I think it ends with an E, but she still says it's Henrietta from Oslo, Norway.
Yeah, she was awesome.
And I was very impressed. She knew who AHA was.
Well, they're from...
I know, but, you know.
Yeah.
You got to give the 80s love there. But I dug the food. Oh, that smoked salmon and the seafood salad. I could have just like eaten that, and I would have been happy.
No, I didn't have the smoked salmon. I had the peppered mackerel.
Oh, okay.
And that was really good.
Very, very moist and but not mushy.
Yeah, I like peppercorn type stuff anyway, so that's why I went for that, and it was really good.
And like I was saying earlier, the pepper wasn't too overpowering.
And
it was perfect.
I'm not one typically to go for a fish like that, just because sometimes it can taste really fishy. But I did not get that from this at all. So it was really good. Had good flavor. The seasoning was really nice, and it didn't taste fishy.
Yeah, and I'll say the same thing about the smoked salmon too. Yeah. It was not too fishy. It was perfect. So overall, I thoroughly enjoyed the princess breakfast at Akershus.
Akershus.
Akershus. Take your pick. So
It was good.
2 thumbs up.
Thumbs up.
Okay. So that afternoon, and we spaced these dining reservations out
Yeah, we spaced
perfectly.
out better today.
Yes, a lot better.
Yesterday wasn't so good.
Yeah, but today was perfect. And they took it. Oh, and for Akershus, they took us right in as soon as we got there. It was perfect timing. Coral Reef, we got in early with them, but we were seated in the back, so we kind of had. But we had lunch at. I should say we had lunch at Coral Reef, which is there in the seas with Nemo. It's kind of like around over on the side, which is in the future world. But like we were seated in the very back, so we had an obstructed view of the tanks, but you could still see them, and it was still.
It wasn't as cool as being right down front.
No, it wasn't.
But it was still good.
But it was quiet too,
Yeah.
and
Until Josie decided.
Well, we're not going to talk about the meltdown, because it was solved. She was incredibly tired. We had to wake her up actually.
Big morning, she got woke up and wasn't ready. And
yes, exactly.
wasn't happy about it.
So, and we get it because we want to cry too when we're tired, but. All that aside, but it was quiet. I have sat in the front before. This was before you and I went in the front of Coral Reef, and sometimes there will be kids coming from other tables that will bum rush the front of the aquarium.
Now, the first time you and I went, we were down front, but we weren't right beside the aquarium.
Not right beside.
There was the aisle and then us.
Yes, it was kind of
the
like
aquarium. There's people on the aquarium, the aisle, and then us. So
yes,
we've been close, but I did see what you're talking about the kids.
Yeah,
coming down.
I did not see that today, but then again, we were kind of busy with Josie this time. So, but we but it was still good. It's real. I've always thought it had a really cool vibe to it. Our waiter was Matt from Belgium. He was a little soft spoken. I was kind of like back in a corner, so it was kind of hard for me to hear what he was saying. So I kind of let him take the lead with Matt on ordering and such. But I had. For my appetizer, I had the creamy lobster soup. Oh, it was so good. It was nice and rich, but not too thick. It was creamy, but not thick. It had a really good consistency, and I had like little lobster chunks in it. Huge thumbs up.
I had the tomato.
You had the tomato soup. It was
the soup of the day.
Yes. You want to tell us about that?
Yeah, it may not always be on the menu, but if you happen to go in and the tomato was the soup of the day, get it. It had, I don't know if it was like a little cheese sauce in the middle.
Yeah, it was kind of like a
little swirl, but it was a little thicker than most tomato soups, so it had some consistency to it. It wasn't runny, and had a really good flavor. The one thing I will say that I noticed is that they probably could back off on the salt a little bit.
It was a little. I had a bite of it.
Yeah,
it was a little salty.
They could probably back off on the salt just a little bit. For my taste, I know some people like salt, so but it was almost to that point where it was close to too much salt. Yes.
But a good alternative, once again, is that creamy lobster soup.
The
lobster soup was fantastic. So my entree, I had the baked cheese manicotti, and it had like a lobster tail, 2 lobster tails, like tiny, and they were like butter soaked of some sort. I thought it was really good, and it had like a tomato sauce on it, and I think it had like little sprigs of arugula on it. It was really good. The manicotti was not too firm, not too mushy. And the pasta was al dente. The wrapping was al dente, which I like. I like a little bit of crisp, not crisp, but a little bit of bite to it is the way I put it. I thought it was really good. The tomato sauce was nice and rich and not too runny. And I thought the arugula, the little arugula sprigs on top were a really nice touch. But the lobster tail, the meat from that was really, really good, nice and juicy, and you cooked just perfect. Not too much to where it's soggy. You know, the meat is soggy, and not too little where it's kind of hard. It was perfect. So that was a big thumbs up for me. And you got the New York strip steak, and it had that butter. It had like a butter on it.
It was like a. It was actually more like a buttery horseradish.
Okay.
And it was over a bed of green beans and mashed potatoes. Mm-hmm. I've had that before, and I remembered that it was good, and I said I'd like that again. And it was good like I remembered. Actually, Leslie talked about the steak that she got yesterday, and my humble opinion is the steak was superior to the one that she had yesterday.
And you could look at it, and I completely agree. It was a thicker cut.
It was a thicker cut,
and we both like a thicker cut steak than what I had yesterday.
Yeah, it was more like a ½ inch as opposed to the quarter inch that she had yesterday.
Yes.
As far as thickness goes, on the steak, and really good flavor. They cooked it just like I asked, medium rare, because that's the only way to cook a steak, in my opinion. Mm-hmm. And the mashed potatoes were like a garlic mashed potatoes. They were really good, and the way they present it is it's the steak is over top of all that, so the juices kind of flow down into the mashed potatoes, and it's really good like that. I like it.
It looked delicious.
And the green beans were firm and had good flavor. They were kind of crisp actually, and it was really good. Really good.
Good.
Yeah.
Josie had the Coral Reef mac and cheese. She
Kind
did
of.
not. Well, she did at the end. She wasn't having anything earlier because she got woke up from a nap, so she was not happy at first. But
She actually started eating yours.
She did. That's how I got her to eat something. Was I just took a little fork of the manicotti cheese the ricotta cheese from my manicotti, and she really, really liked that.
She's like, oh. That's good.
And then every time I would try to give her some mac and cheese. She was like, But eventually we were able to get her some mac and cheese, and she really seemed to like it. And it was more of a almost like a whiter cheese than what you would consider like a real
it wasn't like a Kraft mac and cheese.
Like
box.
a Kraft mac, but it looked nice. I mean, it looked good.
Yeah, it did.
And once she finally ate it and stopped banging her spoon on the...
She was making music.
She was making music.
She was using her plate as a steel drum.
Yes.
With the spoon.
But she seemed to like it once she got some. So for dessert, normally what I like to do is I order one and then he order another and we just share off each other's plates. Not this time because we got we both got the chocolate wave. The chocolate wave is a cake. It's a chocolate cake with this...
Stuffed with gooey chocolate.
Yes, stuffed with the gooey chocolate. And then it's got, on the side, raspberry sherbet.
And two raspberries.
Two raspberries on the side. And over here with the raspberry sherbet, it gave, little shavings of chocolate that Josie wound up...
Wearing.
Well, no, we wound up wearing too because we all three had chocolate all over us thanks to that.
Yeah.
But
yeah,
the
good.
chocolate wave was thebomb.com, .org, you name it, .edu. I mean, it was just
.gov.
I said .gov.
Did you?
.com, .gov.
Oh, I guess you did.
.edu.
I'm tired.
Yes.
It's
almost 11:30.
Almost 11:30.
So, anyway, overall, for me, a big thumbs up to Coral Reef.
Yeah, and I don't know why people give Coral Reef
I don't
know why they
understand
knock
that either.
it, but I'm going to tell you what, keep knocking it, because that means we can get good reservations there, and we'll go eat the food there.
Exactly.
You don't have to.
Especially the
More
chocolate wave. More chocolate wave
more
for us.
us. So, if you don't like Coral Reef, that's fine.
Oh, and the raspberry sherbet was really good too. Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
If you don't like Coral Reef, that's fine. We'll go and eat there.
Thumbs up. So anyway, after we came back for a little bit of a rest after lunch, well, we hit a couple of attractions, and then we came back to the room, and then we went back to Epcot after that for our dinner.
And we thought Josie had a good day up to that point.
It was about to get even better. I happened to land at the last minute. I guess it was 2 weeks ago. The Garden Grill, reservation for the Garden Grill, which is in the Land Pavilion, so it's like right there. There's 2 levels. It's up at the top level. If you go down in the bottom, Living with the Land and Soarin' are right there, but this is up there. The Garden Grill is a rotating restaurant, and it's a very slow rotator.
Yeah, it rotates once per hour.
Yes, once per hour. And basically, by the time you make it around,
It's time to go.
It's time to go.
Yeah.
So the Garden Grill, we got in 10 minutes late, but the staff was really, really great. Our waiter, his name was Imad. I didn't ask him how he pronounced it, but he was from Morocco. That's the great thing about Epcot. You meet so many people. Well, in Walt Disney World,
period.
Yeah, Walt Disney World, period. You meet so many people from different cultures and different countries. It's fantastic. The Garden Grill is an all-you-can-eat, not
Family
a buffet.
style.
It's a family style. It's slightly different than what you find at Liberty Tree Tavern over in Magic Kingdom, which is closed for refurb right now. But it's a little bit different vibe. It's more of a, not really like a Thanksgiving meal like there. It's just more of like a down home country. Of course, it's the Garden Grill, so it's kind of, it's like you're in a farm, but it's like a rotating.
Yeah, basically the idea behind it is they grow all the food that you eat. All the vegetables and stuff, they grow there.
Yes.
So that's
all the fish,
everything is that's kind of what Epcot is about conservation and maximizing resources and farming and they do a lot of hydroponic stuff. But
yes.
But the point of the Garden Grill is they take all of their fresh vegetables and they get all of their food from what they grow, and it's all sustainable. So that's the cool thing about it, and you realize, wow, this is really good. You guys grew this here. Mm-hmm. Yeah. They start you off with a garden salad, and I will say our waiter was awesome, because when he brought the salad to us, and they bring you like these rolls with this honey butter. It's literally like honey drizzle.
It's like a square of butter, or 2 squares of butter, and then it's drizzled with honey.
Like the 2 best things you could ever put on a piece of bread.
Yeah,
they mix it together.
Really good.
Yeah, honey and butter. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Well, when we got the salad, I noticed right away that there were radishes on it, and I'm allergic to radishes.
Yeah, you can't have radishes.
I cannot eat radishes. And when we pointed that out to him, he right away took that and he went and got us one that didn't.
Yep.
They prepared one for me that did not have radishes, and I really appreciate that. And it has like a, what kind of a dressing was it? It was very faint. I didn't really get to taste it much.
I wanted to say it was kind of a vinaigrette, but it wasn't.
It was more of a thick. It was
like a creamy,
like a creamy,
maybe a creamy Italian kind of.
Yes.
Maybe.
But the salad was pretty good. You get like egg slices in it. It's just
and bacon.
And bacon.
Bacon.
Yes.
You want to know how to make something better? Add bacon.
Indeed. But you have the, excuse me, I'm so sorry. The Chippendale all-you-can-eat feast, and it comes with roast beef, turkey with like turkey gravy drizzled on it. A fish. I don't know what kind of fish it was.
I'm not sure 100%.
And the fish is like over like a rice thing.
Yeah.
And the roast beef is over with its gravy. It was over buttermilk mashed potatoes. Mm-hmm. I was all about those buttermilk mashed potatoes. Oh and they
also
so good.
They also serve the sweet potato fries.
Yes.
The macaroni and cheese with goldfish in them. And believe it or not, that was strangely good.
Yeah, I was like, I didn't even try it. Well, since I was all about the mashed potatoes, I was like, that was going to be my carb. Yeah, and he had, I gave him all the broccoli. I don't like cooked broccoli. But once again, Josie ate off of our plate. I think that was all they brought us. But that's all they needed.
Was plenty.
It was just so much food. But everything, and stuffing. They had stuffing on it. Everything on it was so freaking good. And the thing about Garden Grill is it is a character dining experience. Now, our daughter is nuts about Mickey Mouse Playhouse, especially Mickey. I mean, we walked through the door. Mickey,
and it's just like that.
Yes, until we put it on.
And then she'll get up on the couch and she'll get into your face and say, Mickey, just like that.
Literally.
Nose to nose, Mickey.
So we've been looking forward to this, and we were kind of like, I don't know if she's gonna, because.
We'd heard other people say that their children would be scared of, were scared of the characters.
Because they have the big heads, and you can understand.
And they're bigger than on TV, so it's.
But just to prove that every child is different, the first one who came right away, actually, was Chip.
Of Chippendale. Not the Chippendales.
Right away.
Chip and Dale.
Yeah, that's a completely different
the
dining.
Chipmunks.
We're not in Vegas.
It's not Chris Farley and Patrick Swayze.
And we're not in Vegas at the Rio Buffet.
Right. This is Chip and Dale, the Chipmunks.
Yes. So he.
Sorry.
You're such a dork. You dork.
That was funny. Anyway.
So Dale right away started interacting, and she was just like, Chip. So right away, she gives him like a hug, and they start he starts
coloring together.
He starts coloring with her.
Yeah, and I got pictures of them coloring together.
It was
awesome.
Oh, it was such an amazing interaction, and it keeps getting better. Right, not long after that comes Dale. Or was Pluto next?
Pluto was next.
Pluto was next. Pluto, it was the same thing.
She started grabbing his whiskers.
She did start grabbing his whiskers. And it was so funny. She would kiss it. She kissed his nose and.
Yeah. And then Pluto licked her.
Because she kept grabbing his tongue.
Yeah.
So he licked her. But had a great interaction with him. And then Dale came.
Yeah.
And same thing. Played up to her, and she was just all about it. But then the mouse, the big deal, the head honcho, the big cheese himself,
the mouse,
Mickey Mouse, comes out in his farmer gear. Since it's the Garden Grill, he's in his farmer gear. Even before he got to our table, Mickey.
So I say, should I get her out of this high chair?
And I said, absolutely.
I had to hold her back till it was her turn, and then once it got to her turn, she ran up to Mickey and would not let Mickey go. Hugged him, and he hugged her back, and
then
Then the hot dog dance ensued.
They hot dog
And
danced
Mickey
together.
hot dog danced with her. So Josie got to dance the hot dog dance with Mickey Mouse.
Oh my god, it was so...
That was awesome. And the sheer look of joy on that little girl's face. This is day 2, mind you. The sheer joy on her face. If we had to leave right now, even paying for the 8 days, it would worth it.
More than
Period.
worth it.
Period.
More than worth it.
Because the joy, she was literally, as we were walking out of the restaurant and down out of the land and down to the stroller where the stroller was parked, literally jumping up and down, screaming and yelling, happy.
Yeah. Oh, and then after that, after Mickey left, she got extra interaction with Chip, Dale, and Pluto.
Because they were making their second round by the time we got
Yes,
by the time we got done.
and so she got the hot dog dance with all of them too.
Yeah. Yes.
Mommy and Daddy score. So anyway, to wrap things up on this, overall food quality was fantastic.
Yep.
The buttermilk mashed potatoes.
Oh, that was one other thing.
The dessert.
The dessert for Garden Grill, and Leslie is not a fan of cobblers because of consistency.
I'm not a texture.
She's a texture
I'm a
eater.
texture eater, and I don't
So the
like
texture of a cobbler does not agree with her. She just doesn't like it. But it was a blueberry cobbler and had like a homemade whipped cream on top.
And plus, I had cinnamon in it, and cinnamon upsets my stomach. So
I just about ate the whole thing. It was for 2.
he didn't even bother putting at the end, putting it in his plate.
No,
he was just scooping it out of the skillet.
When I realized she wasn't going to eat it, I just started scooping it right on out of the skillet.
And it had
They serve it in a skillet.
instead of ice cream, it had like the
really
whipped,
thick homemade whipped
almost
cream.
like a whipped cream. Yeah.
Yeah.
But overall, for food quality, super excellent, good, and character interaction,
Fantastic.
it's off the chart.
Yep.
So that is going to be all for our day 2 review. Thank you for watching, and then tomorrow, stay tuned for Animal Kingdom Day. We have a pre-rope drop breakfast at the Character Buffet at Tusker House. We will have lunch at Yak and Yeti, not the actual like sit-down restaurant, not the counter service, which is really good. And then we are going over for dinner. Excuse me. I'm so sorry. We're going to dinner at Raglan Road.
Oh,
we're going to downtown Disney to Raglan Road.
That's right, because the rainforest is the next time.
The next time, yes.
Yeah, okay.
So stay tuned. Give comments below if you've had any experiences. And yes, I got you.
Not up there, down there.
Down there.
Yeah.
Give comments if you've eaten at these places, and give me your take on them, your experiences. Like, subscribe, and we will see you tomorrow.
Good night.
Night. Love.